Demari, welcome to the channel. I'm so excited to say that I'm celebrating my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube. I can't believe how far this channel has come in this past year. I know that obviously, building up a channel takes time, so it's been a slow, steady process, but honestly, I'm just overwhelmed by so much love and support that I've been getting since putting these videos online. I had no idea what the reception would be, and I was very nervous in the beginning. But you guys have been amazing, so full of love and encouragement. I love it when you share with me how it's helped you, how it's relevant to your circumstances. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing my videos. It means so much to have your ongoing support. For those of you who've been subscribing, that check out the videos regularly, that join me on the live streams, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this growing family. Just thank you pretty much. So with that said, to celebrate the fact that I've been going for a year with this channel, and seeing its strides and seeing where I'd like to really ensure you get the most out of it, I'm also celebrating with a little giveaway. So if you would like to participate, you can find all the information in the description box below and how you can enter to win. So the first thing I recommend is checking out this reading and then leaving your awesome comment. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. You do need to do that in order to be a part of the giveaway. As for the giveaway itself, first prize you get is a tarot reading from myself, okay? So that'll be a 3-card spread. And then that can be on anything you want as well. Love reading, divine feminine, masculine, shadow work, whatever you want, 3-card spread, it is yours, okay? So that's prize 1. Prize 2, you will also win a Rider-Waite deck. Let me show you what I mean. Ta-da! This is the deck you'll win, okay? So if you haven't got this deck already, you can win this particular tarot deck. It's amazing for beginners. If you already have this deck, then I will select another deck for you, okay, that are in a similar price range that I think that may be beneficial to you, or you can even suggest what deck you would like to win if you happen to already have this one. And the third prize will be a box of incense of your choosing, okay? It can be any fragrance that you want, providing I can get my hands on it, okay? So whatever incense that you particularly fancy, let me know and I will get it for you, okay? So those are the prizes you can win. Make sure you do follow the instructions in the description box so you don't miss out, okay? I'm so excited to do this, it'll be a lot of fun. A winner will be announced on Monday next week, okay? So do check out the announcement video that will be here on YouTube to see who won. But as a thank you, I've also created a special tarot reading for all of you, okay? Because I see you all as my extended family, I created a special reading for you guys to help you with your transformations, with your spiritual journey, healing, and hopefully these messages will really bring you some support, some inner peace, and remind you of just how powerful and wonderfully unique you truly are. So I'm sending you so much love, so much appreciation, and yeah, let's get on with the reading then. Okay, so I'm going to go into the reading now itself and see what energies we can get with regards to the collective and what information will help us at this time with our deep transformation in regards to healing and really changing our frequency so that we can take the next step forward in our ascension journey. So let's take a look. We'll start off with the Isis Oracle deck. We'll then go over to Work Your Light, and then we'll pull some tarot from the Rider-Waite deck, which of course you can win. So do make sure you enter the competition if you would like to get the Rider-Waite deck and some incense and a free personal reading from yours truly. And this competition, this giveaway is really just to celebrate the fact that the channel's been going for a year now. I never expected it to get to where it got, so I really, really appreciate every single one of you who have taken the time to watch, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what Goddess Isis has to reveal with regards to our healing journey. What can the Divine Feminine reveal to us at this time for healing and deep cellular level transformation? Ooh, I feel like both of those ones come up, so I'm going to take them. Okay, so let's start with the first card. We have Mother of Life, Nourishment of the Golden Grey Mother, okay? So this is it. The goddess Isis was associated not only with birth, rebirth, and death, but also with material abundance, such as in agriculture as well. So that's why she's also known as the Golden Grey Mother, right? She bestows abundance on those who hear the call, to those who really are aligned with pure love and try to manifest from a positive place. And in those times, especially back in the days of Egypt, you know, obviously having a good harvest agriculturally was absolutely everything. And it still is very much in this day, particularly when so many crops are dying due to extreme weather conditions. Yeah, this energy is going to be very, very important, not only with, you know, manifesting material abundance in other aspects of our lives, but also having the very thing we need to keep and sustain our lives, right? The nourishment that we need, food, water, healthy air, you know, unpolluted air. So base needs as well is essential at this time. So we'll go over to the passage and see what it has to reveal about this card. We'll just go over the summary before we go into it further. We can sometimes fall into existing and doing rather than truly living. We only know this has happened when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or it feels like we are stuck in a rut or habit that may have been uncomfortable, but is becoming stifling and suppressing. Isis, the Mother of Life, holds the ability to restore even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances and people back into life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave, open your arms and receive. Amazing. So if you felt like you have been lacking, that your resources have been drying up, that your abundance doesn't seem to be flowing in, this is heralding the change, right? That is changing. The wheel of fortune is now turning in your favor, and abundance is being bestowed on you by the divine, particularly when it comes to the sacred feminine, okay? So you're being nurtured, you're being held, you're being protected, and you're being supported through your transformation and rebirth, and being brought back into alignment to be open and willing to receive the abundance that's coming towards you now. Especially as we see, you know, the emblem of Isis here with those huge angelic wings. And then, of course, the Ankh key, which is the key of life, as also depicted here on my hands. The key of life is a sign of transformation. It's a sign of birth. It's a sign of growth. It's a sign of abundance. It's a sign of replenishment. Everything you could possibly need being brought into your environment to support you, to nourish you, to assist you, to protect you. Amazing. So the next card you have is Enter the Chamber of Healing. Healing in the Divine Chamber of the Lady Isis. Awesome. So again, right, deep level healing is taking place at this time, as I stated. I like to give you the little summaries of these energies because I feel like the messages are so beautifully written. And it's so aligned with the energy as well. Like, the creator was really tapping into that Isis energy when they wrote this. Okay. So, healing in the divine chamber of Lady Isis. A spiritual gift of healing is coming to you now. Be open, without expectation or preconceived notions, and allow the healing from the Lady Isis, Mistress of Magic, to help you find the best solution for any situation that does not appear to be as it should be. Take your time and create space into which her magic and energy can flow now. Expect your miracle. Amazing. So this is it, right? You're being embraced, you're being mothered, you're being supported, you're being guided, and you're being shown that healing is open to you. You just have to open yourself to it, right? That you can begin this journey anytime. And I feel like, honestly, for those of you watching this video, even if this is the first video you've ever seen of mine, you are already on the healing journey. You've already taken significant strides, right? But there is a deeper level of healing that's being offered to you. So there may be things coming up at this time that are triggering you, that are digging up some old wounds, right? Digging them open. Perhaps you're being forced to look at some skeletons in the closet that you'd otherwise keep shut. But it's all to help you with this healing, this deep level healing. And once you embrace that, and you look at things objectively and openly and be willing to look at it so you can release it, heal it, transform it, that's when you'll start to feel healing on a whole nother level, deep cellular level, okay? Literally, because our thoughts and feelings, particularly those that are repressed into the shadow, starts to affect our bodies, right, on a cellular level. So once you're open to that deep level healing, it will start to literally, the ascendant frequencies that come in, right, will literally start to change you on a cellular level, to the point where whatever broken DNA is in your system will be replenished, right? So if you were getting sick all the time, or you have certain, I don't know, maybe certain allergies, or if you have a predisposition to something and, you know, you feel like you're always getting sick, you will start to see that change. And I can speak from experience, okay? I have allergies. My immune system is very strange, right? It's got its own mind completely. But ever since I started really doing this deep level work, right? Okay, I've had to change my diet, you know, over time. But also my immune system has become so much stronger. I can't even begin to tell you. Like, it's unreal, right? I literally have been worked on from the inside out. So don't underestimate how much of an impact your mental and emotional state has on your physical body. It really does, right? Obviously, if you have certain conditions, health conditions, then you do need to continue to seek out medical advice, right? You do need to also take into account what is being offered to help you with that from, you know, medical practitioners, people who are studied in that particular field, right? A specialist. But also perhaps, you know, you've been getting some holistic assistance as well, which is also very good. I always think a combination of the two tends to work very well. You know, I'm not an advocate of just relying on synthetic medicines, right? But obviously in some instances it is needed, so you do have to heed the information that's coming from, you know, specialists in those fields, right? Because they know more about it than anyone else. But yeah, I feel like if you can also make sure that you incorporate a lot of herbs that are not detrimental for you, right? Because some people can't have certain herbs or plants, right? depending on what your allergies are or what your condition is. But the ones that are known to be beneficial to help with a certain thing that doesn't have a side effects that are going to come, clash with your medication or with, whatever your predisposition is, then it's worth looking at, right? It's always good to get that natural assistance as well. So it might be worth taking a look at that if you do have a long-term health condition. Like I say, I'll never advocate not listening to sound medical advice from a health professional. It is important, right? But I think it's also important to make sure that you're living as cleanly as possible if you have particularly a serious condition, and that you're getting the nutrients that you need through, natural sources as well. Okay. And the next card you have is Cartouche. Divine Names of Power. Amazing. So yeah, this is it. This is talking about you again, like coming to understand how effective, right? How effective this healing is that's coming in, to the point where as you start to heal, the very words you speak are going to have a significant impact, right? And there may even be some incantations, some highly charged magical affirmations and words, certain words or phrases that can really help you in that process as well. Don't underestimate the power of words, okay? Because your words can go either way. You can do a lot of harm, but you can also do a lot of good. So your words carry a lot of weight at this time. This is what you're being informed. But I'll go over to the booklet to give you more information. So Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mysteries. The use of sacred intonations. The words that you speak are rapidly growing power. To benefit from this power, rather than being undermined or held back by it, practice thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. As your heart grows in purity, you'll be able to speak with spiritual authority, and what you speak of will come into being more swiftly and obviously. Isis is initiating you as a master healer in her sacred edition of Divine Names of Power, right? So this is it, right? You may see certain terms or come across certain names, phrases that you've never heard of before, and you're trying to figure out what its relevance is to you at this time. Search it up, look for it, see where you can find it, right? Because there may be a reason why you keep seeing this word, especially if it's a word that, like I say, is unusual to you or something you haven't really heard before, but it keeps coming towards you, right? Whether it's something you see written down, part of a picture, in a dream, whatever it is, because there's a meaning behind it. So do pay close attention to words and symbolism at this time, but also be mindful of your words. As I said, as you're on this journey, particularly when you're going through this deep healing, and that you're getting this support, this I feel like a spiritual energy boost, right? That you are going to have more power than you think, or at least it's going to unlock more of your power, because you have power already. That power is already within you, but it's going to supercharge it and help you to unlock it. The key of life is also a key to your own power, your own divinity, right? It's, as much as it's about divine assistance, it's also about unlocking your own divinity. So as you tap into that energy, you have to be very mindful of the words you speak and how you express yourself, because they have weight, they have power. They can literally change an outcome. So you have to be mindful. Okay. Now let's go over to the Work Your Life deck. Ooh, okay. Wasn't expecting two of them to come out at the same time, but we will take them. Okay. So the first card you got is The Great Gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits Soul Tribe. Hey. So this is it, right? If you've been feeling like, okay, I'm ascending, I'm changing, I'm transforming, I'm starting my journey, or even if you're further along, right? You may feel kind of lonely in that, because you may feel like you're surrounded by people who don't understand, that aren't on the spiritual path, that are not making those kinds of changes, that are not resonating with you, right, on a soul level. And that can be quite lonely. I mean, we all go through that, right? But the reality is, as you continue to do that work and change your frequency, you will begin to connect, right? You will begin to connect with others who are doing that work, people who are at various stages of their journey, that are loving, that are understanding, that get where you're coming from, that have been where you are where you are, or, will end up coming to you, right? Because you've been there. And that's the thing. It's a beautiful exchange of understanding and experience and, different approaches and perceptions. So, yeah, I feel like if you don't know who's a part of your soul tribe at this moment in time, that's okay. Because you're going to start connecting with people who you do resonate with, as you continue to do the work. You will, they're seeking you out as much as you're seeking them. So you will come into alignment, the universe will bring you two together, you three, you four, you five, it will happen. One way or another, it will happen. And also, that's a very much a focus of mine as well when it comes to the work. Yes, of course, I put these readings out for you as individuals, right? But the collective aspect of it is monumental. That's why I also created the Patreon, not just to put extra readings up or put the spiritual guidance videos, which can really help you in this process as well, by the way, but also to establish an even closer sense of community, right? So we will be engaging, we'll be talking, we'll be discussing, and not just one-on-one, but also as a group, right? We'll be supporting each other. So I do recommend checking that out if you do feel a bit lost or feel like you haven't found your tribe yet, because maybe the Inner Sanctum is the very group that you're looking for, right? And let's move on. So the next card you have is no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So if you, for example, right, the reason I feel like this came up is because you're still going through a significant transformation, okay? There's still things coming up, as I said, from the past that needs addressing, that needs forgiving, that needs releasing, that needs understanding, right? There's a lot of things coming up. So if you, as you're doing this work, it's likely that certain people that are associated with an event or a series of events or something significant in your life that requires a lot of healing, you're likely to receive some information about them, or they may even directly reach out to you. But at this time, you're being asked to pull your energy away from that, okay? Because you still need to get to a place where you're ready to have that conversation or have, offer that forgiveness that they're seeking, if that's the case. Or to ask for that forgiveness if you feel like that's what you need to do. But regardless, I feel like you're not quite ready to do that yet. So you don't have to ignore them, but you can just explain that now is not actually the best time to have this communication. Can we talk at a later date, right? Because you're not in the right space yet to have that discussion. There's still some processing that needs to take place. So just put that on hold for now, okay? All right, and then the last card you have is Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Amazing. Like, this couldn't be even more perfect, to be honest with you, because the people that I've been really truly connecting with through the work that I'm doing, they absolutely embody this energy, right? Not only am I very much on this mission of not only healing my ancestral line and the karma with that, breaking the chains of my ancestral line, transforming, healing myself, right? And doing my work on a more personal level, but I'm also here to assist with the collective, right? That's the whole reason why I'm here in this particular lifetime. And I feel like for many of you who have really been resonating with the messages I put out, you are also on the same path, right? Not on the same path in that we're doing it in the exact same way, but just in that not only are you healing wounds from this lifetime, past lifetimes, and your general ancestry, right? But you're also here to assist in the transition between timelines, between frequencies, right? Between understandings of how things are, and also the awareness that we have, right? So I feel like you are very much embodying this Palladian energy as well. Interesting. Because people forget we are of the stars, right? We are of the universe. The universe is us just as much as we are a part of it, right? So absolutely, we're going to have different aspects, right? Different aspects of that playing out in several lifetimes. And that can also pertain to certain dispositions that we have, certain inclinations, but also certain gifts that we seem to just naturally have that are more finely attuned than others, even without, devoted practice. So there's a reason for that. So maybe take a closer look at your gifts, what you feel just works with you, what resonates with you, what you just tap into organically without trying too hard. Because maybe there's a message in that also plays into the bigger role, right, that you have outside of your own inner work, but also what you can bring to the table to assist the collective. All right. So let's get some tarot now to wrap up. Oops. Okay. So, the first set of cards you have is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, that's the thing. You are being divinely assisted and guided, and you were never meant to take this journey alone, right? The Nine of Pentacles in the upright embodies the independent woman, right? The independent energy, the single energy. But it's in reverse, and I feel like with this combination here, it's basically stating that you were never meant to create solely, right? That this is a co-creation project, right? That this rebirthing of the planet, this rebirthing of our reality into a more ascendant version of itself, right? Because we've already seen it descend and fall, right? Into lower frequencies, into the more infernal energies. But now we're seeing the vibration rise. The planet itself is literally changing in frequency. It's reaching a higher frequency than we've ever seen before. It's never been recorded as high as it is now. So this is it. It's being worked on hard just as we are, because we are co-creating this change. We were never meant to do it alone. We were never meant to face this as a burden, This was something that we were supposed to come into alignment to create with the divine, and that's what we're doing, right? So the best thing you can do is make sure that when you do step more into your power, when you do tap into your gifts, when you do the work and assist others, with theirs, that you keep a very balanced view of things, right? That you understand that you are in a that you are in service of the divine and the collective, right? So keeping the ego in check, and don't get too many feelings of grandeur, right? Because as much as, yes, you are powerful, you're incredibly powerful, and you have a right to be in your power. You need to know how to control it. You need to know discipline. You need to know balance. You need to know how to ground that energy when you truly tap into it, because it can, drive people over the edge, right? Because it is very powerful. It's very potent. So it's important that you don't misuse that power, right? And you use it for the purposes of assisting, healing, channeling positive energies. Use it for pure love purposes, right? Is what I'm saying. And you'll have nothing to worry about. So the next combination we have here is the 10 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Swords in reverse, and the Devil, Capricorn energy here. We also, with the Queen of Wands, we have fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? But yeah, I feel like with this combination, it's about, like I said, that you're not quite ready to have this discussion. You're not quite ready to face whoever you feel like is the devil represented in your mind, okay? So that can be literally not even a person. This can be, as facing a situation that took place and having that communication with people who are involved or were made aware of it, right? It doesn't have to be necessarily embodied in an individual, but regardless, whether it is or not, I feel like now's not quite the time to have that conversation, because you're still getting to that point of acceptance and gearing up to have that conversation, to have that release, to face that memory, right? But you're still doing some processing at this time. And I feel like once you're in that space where you recognize the skeleton in the closet for what it truly is, right? Whether it's just your fear, whether it was a justification you gave yourself, a thought process, right? A belief that you took to heart. Or if it was someone else's lack of worth, right? Lack of discipline, lack of understanding. You can face it for what it truly is and not just be like, the world is cruel and evil and everyone's evil within it, or this person is just evil, and, but actually get down to what it really is. Like, this person hurt me because they're broken, because of this, this, and this. And it doesn't justify it, doesn't make it okay, but that's the reality of it, right? So just coming to the acceptance of why something took place, because, there was an imbalance in yourself, or there was an imbalance in someone else, and they misused their power. It's a misuse of power, or the giving up of power usually, right? So when you come to that understanding, and you truly understand that and believe that, then you'll be ready to have this conversation and put it in the past for good, release it entirely through forgiveness. And even if that's self-forgiveness, right? Because forgiveness doesn't gloss over a topic or make it okay. It just literally says it is something that happened. I understand why it happened. I can rationalize it, even if it's really difficult to rationalize it. Like I said, whether it's because of someone's feeling of lack of worth and that being projected in some really horrible ways, or whatever, excuse me, you can understand it, and then you can face it head on, and you can say, I'm done with it. That's literally when you say I forgive, it's saying I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm not holding myself prisoner anymore. You see how they're chained? That's how you release your chains. And that's where the infernal energy can't keep you in its grip anymore, because you choose to free that energetic bond from the memory, the event, the person, right? So it's very powerful. But now is not quite the time to have that conversation yet. You still need to get to that place of full acceptance, okay? And then that will trigger this next level of deep healing, okay? And then finally, the last set of cards you have is the 10 of Cups. Awesome. The Empress in reverse, Taurus energy. And then the 8 of Cups. Yes. Walking away from your pain, walking away from what no longer serves, what's of the old timeline that's no longer part of your reality, and embracing wholeheartedly this new beginning, this new timeline, this new frequency that is attuned to pure love, where you can have a deep and meaningful connection with your soul family, right? Where you can actually focus on having a biological family if you don't have that already, or, you know, strengthen your bond with your biological family or adopted family, right? Or your soul family, as I was saying, right? But either way, it's coming into alignment, beautiful alignment with each other and the divine, and seeing and reaping all the rewards and blessings for putting all this work in, for using kindness, empathy, compassion, choosing to face the light over the darkness, choosing to embody hope, bravery, courage, understanding, right? Even when you're faced with your own fears, your own shadow, your own inner darkness that you had to come face to face with, right? Choosing the light over all else. And that's what's going to bring you into that space. Choosing to walk away from what no longer serves. You've come to see it for what it is. You understand it. You know what needs to happen now. You've gone off to think about it. You've gone off to process it. You've gone off to heal yourself. And now you're getting ready to truly step into your power as a divine being, as I said. You are divine. You are able to manifest. You are able to create. You are able to nurture, grow, support, right? You are able to create abundance all around you once you tap into that energy. And with the Empress in reverse, I feel like you are beginning to slowly realize that, and you'll be taking those steps towards getting into that alignment, right? So that you can be a vessel for this huge energy shift, right? Because it's not just coming through the earth, it's not just coming through the air and into our environment, it's coming through us. We are conduits, we are conductors of these frequencies, right? We have electromagnetic fields, right, of our own, otherwise known as auras. So we are receptive to that energy, right, when we open ourselves to it. But that means also facing our darkness, facing the things we don't want to face, and doing the inner work so we can rid ourselves of this lower frequency that we currently have trapped in ourselves, right? That's what's going to help with the transformation and allow us to be a perfect vessel for this newness that's coming in, this ascendant energy that's coming in, as we truly step into this new age, right? So amazing, really, really powerful messages here. I hope this resonates. I know this is going to be prominent for each and every one of you, because this is all things we have to face at this time. It's just a case of whether or not you are ready and you're hearing the call, or you're not. That's what it comes down to. But none of this, I feel like, is very specialist and is only for a select few. This is for all of us, right? So it's just a case of whether you feel it in your, in your core, the call to do this work, to really step into your true mission here, right? Or if you're going to take a bit more time to process, right? We still will have some processing and healing and shadow work to do. That's ongoing. It's not going to stop anytime soon. But some of you may be a bit more resistant than others to the changes necessary, so that are needed as well from your side. So that's okay. You can take a bit more time to come to that acceptance, but ultimately, to make it less painful for yourself, the best thing you can do is start that work now. Okay. So yeah, I hope this helps you. I hope it makes you feel comforted to know that you're getting a lot of support, that there's a lot of blessings coming in for you, that you are being healed on a cellular level as well as an energetic and spiritual level. But you have to be receptive to that. You also have to do your part and take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, of course. And also, do heed the assistance that's coming in from trusted health professionals, okay? People you can trust that have your best interests at heart, okay? And yeah, just keep doing the work, hear the call, and fulfill your promise, okay? So I'm really sending you guys so much love. I'm just so appreciative of you taking the time to watch my videos, to be a part of this growing community. Already it's grown beyond what I expected. And I'm really appreciative for each and every one of you for being a part of this journey, for being a part of my soul tribe, essentially. As long as you're open to that, then you've always got a place there, right? And you're willing to do the work and be a part of this shift. So thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you so much for the blessings you're bringing into this life for yourself and others. Thank you so much for choosing the path that you chose. And thank you so much for the love that you are. So take care.